Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hola guys, we're going to be harvesting some amaranth leaves, and I'm going to be showing you what I'm going to be doing with those leaves. Now, I haven't seen nobody on YouTube doing before. It was dropped to me and I wanted to try it and see. So if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, then continue to watch. And again, this is Mom Dukes, just doing things in a little urban setting at a little urban homestead, being a homesteader, just saying. So this is our plant that we're going to pick from. We're going to pick from all of these over here, but the way I got my iPad position, I'm not going to leave it. So meaning I don't want it to fall. I don't waste my money. We're going to set my coffee there, and I've already been harvesting a few leaves. Now, they not the best, they don't look the best, but we're gonna get them because we're gonna clean them up and everything. I'm gonna be picking from here. So again, like I said, we got one here, and all I do is pick the leaves. I'm gonna wash them anyway, so you don't have to worry about no bugs or ants or anything. You're gonna wash them. Now, if it's just heavy bug damage, I'll leave it. Not really gonna do all that. And I'm gonna take a few flowers as well to do this, but these plants over here is really good, and I'm gonna harvest from them because I told you guys every part of the amaranth, love lies, bleeding something, Prince Charles feathers or Prince somebody feathers. I think it's Prince Charles feathers. Rooster comb, because the comb part looks like a rooster when it goes over. They comb. So that's why I call them that. But they amaranth, and it's different varieties, and I have two of them. So some of them I see they have more green leaves than the reddish leaves, which I already had the reddish ones. So the ones with the more green, I know that's the other one that I have. So those seeds should be brown. I'm not for sure. I hope they are, because I want some that's brown, and these are black seeds. So I'm gonna continue to harvest, and then when I get everything harvested up, we're gonna meet in the kitchen to where I can wash everything up, and then show you guys what I'm gonna be doing with this to make my leaves last a little bit longer. Me away from fall. Y'all see my camera. I'm about to grab it in a minute. So with that being said, I want to be able to harvest all my leaves before that happened. And I've been eating salad and doing that, but everything came up when it wanted to in the duration of time that it needed to. So I didn't have lettuce on hand at all given times, but I have it now, and I'm going to utilize it. So I'm going to finish harvesting, and like I said, I'll meet you guys back in the kitchen. Okay, y'all, so I'm at the kitchen. I have my bowl set up here. I have a little harvest. I don't know if you guys can see. It's just, I'll try to zoom in for you guys. Some string beans that I harvest. I collect them all, then I see either if I'm going to can them or if I'm just going to cook them up. These might just be cooked up. I don't know just yet. And then I had my little tower. It's probably more potatoes out there, but last night was a lot of ants. I got these three babies. They little, they cute though. I might can a jar of string beans and place these potatoes in with the string beans, just saying. And then we have some tomatoes as well. Now, these are not all in the right color, but I just place them in a brown paper bag. These are, oh my goodness. Let me go get my list. I can't never say what these tomatoes is. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm back. Okay. I wrote a list of the tomatoes that I purchased so I know when they're coming about. So this one here, the bigger ones is the beefsteak, and they Sunny Boy, they yellow. But these yellow ones here is called the Honey Delight. And my sister and my mister said they are sweet. I haven't tried one by itself yet, but I am going to. I'm going to. So like I said, I place them in the bag. Now then, I have some sweet, super sweet that's yellow, and some cherries that's orange. So I'm gonna grab these, and you'll see some is, no, I think all these is the orange ones. They like orange in color, so they're gonna get darker orange once I place them in a brown paper bag. So ground cherries. It's not that many, but it's some, and I'm gonna show y'all how they look. I'm gonna open one. They never make it in the house. That's all I want you to know. Now remember, they say it's like a mango-ish, like a tropical type taste. This is how they look. So when you open them up, they that little. They little. But they... Oh, that one was a little sweeter. But they in between a sweet and a tart together. But they're good. Just gonna go in my compost. I don't waste anything. And then we have some mint over here. I'm gonna wash off and hang. And then a little bit of some they're not chives. They like green onions, scallop green onions, whichever. But y'all see the little bugs. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. And all I do is take the leaf tops and my other onions, which I'm gonna do. And I got some little bitty beets that I did harvest. I'm gonna dry those out, and I'm gonna dry these out, and I make a powder. And I place the green onions. Either I make a onion powder, a green onion powder. This time I'm gonna make a green onion and beet powder. I'm gonna mix it together. But I'm gonna be doing some dehydrating today, so I brought these in. I may go back and grab some more out the yard. I got some bigger ones. And then I have a couple of calendula flowers. That's what these are, y'all. If y'all saw that other video, that's what this is. But they're pretty. And I use them for my teas, municipal. And then, of course, marigold. So if you got one marigold plant, I hate doing this, but I'm going to do it. Because then I lose all my seeds. But I'm going to get them. I'm going to put them in the bag. All these black stuff that you see, all them are seeds. Oh, shit. I just dropped a couple. But it's at least about, I don't even know, we'll say about 20, if not more, in each flower. So if you got one marigold, do you not see when you collect them how many you can have? I'm just saying. So this is why I collect them. And I have a ton of them, and this is why I love it. I haven't purchased any marigolds in a couple of years. Just saying. So we're going to put that. Hold on, y'all. Again. Let me put this in the bag. Alright, I'm coming back. Welcome back. Let's get going. Okay, so y'all see all this harvest over here. Beans, potatoes, tomatoes. That sound like baby girl with her beans, tomatoes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know which way I'm going with this, okay? But any which way. I think it was Patty. Is it Patty? No, it was Shirley Caesar. Yeah, it came back to me. But these are the amaranth leaves. Y'all see it's a lot. And I got some flowers too. Now, of course, everybody, they be doing a little baking soda and all this stuff. But this came from my yard. A little cool water. And I made, because I like to do cool water. So, you wash them. So, meaning you wash each little leaf and wash it and rinse it off. Because I don't use pesticides or anything. So, I'm not worried about nothing. Like I told y'all, it's just bugs. That's why I leave them sitting in here. And then I let them bugs just kind of, which is just ants, really, tell y'all the truth. We found one little spider guy, but that's because he was building his home. And I threw some of his leaves back, but he didn't make it back outside. But, and I don't like to dispose of nature's animals the wrong way, meaning take them out, unalive. I don't like to do that. I like to that ain't for me to do. But anyway, so, I rinse them around a little bit, let all the little bugs kind of find their way out. But then I take each leaf individually and rinse real thoroughly. And then, of course, I'm going to place them in this bowl. And then I'm going to give me some newspaper and then just lay them out so they can kind of dry just a little bit. I don't want them real wet when I place them in this bowl, but I am going to get some of that moisture off. And this is all I do. So I ain't about to show y'all all this process, meaning we're not doing all that. And I know you like, but you didn't even tell us what you're doing. You didn't even put it in the title. You just said, like another way you can use your amaranth leaves. Exactly. So guess what we're about to be doing? Some cutting up of the leaves and cutting them smaller. And in the process of cutting them smaller, we're going to be making, let me show y'all. Hold on. I have my jars here. I have all my utensils, my my debubbler, my tablespoons, and my funnel. I probably won't need. I wish I had wider mouth jars, but I may need these. They're already clean, already sanitized. They don't have to be in hot water because I'm not doing nothing with hot water. Now, I ran out of canning salt, but this is some regular salt. Not regular salt. It's Himalayan, some, I think, big flakes or something. So we're going to use this salt. Meaning, let me see. I always taste it just to see how salty because I know. And y'all saw it's flakes. And don't let them tell you high blood pressure. Your body is made of these things, magnesium. All these things your body is made of. So stop letting people misinform you and just do the information and the work for yourself. Okay? So we got our salt. We got our bowl. We got our leaves. So I know y'all like, well, what are we making? We are making sauerkraut with amaranth leaves. Yes, you heard me right. Sauerkraut with amaranth leaves. This is what we are doing. So I'm going to finish washing these leaves up. I'm going to come back. I'm going to chop these suckers up. Let me get on my chopping board. Okay. First off, now I'm going to put, I think, some little tabs on the bottom. Just because it can slide a little bit. That's all. It can slide a little bit. So we're going to get her together. And remember, this, you can use either this side or this side. It don't really matter. This I got a lip to really, like, if you actually press it down, just, you know. So I'm going to use this side. But I put this underneath so the cut board don't go flat, as y'all see. So we get everything washed up. We're going to come through. I'm gonna come through. I got stuff in wrong places, y'all. This is what I use to put my egg wash and stuff on my breads and pastries. That doesn't go over there. It goes in the bread, pastry, and stuff situation, okay? Situationship. But anyway, so I got my knife, my cutting board. I have my salt. I have my jars. I have all my utensils. And then I have my bowl and my amaranth leaves. Because I want y'all to see that the things that I'm doing is not hard to do. This is what real living is. If y'all don't know. This is real living. Meaning when you're doing things for yourself. You don't need nobody to tell you what you can produce for your family. What you can't produce for your family. What's good for you. What's not good for you. How you know if you don't try it? You know? They try to make you feel like, oh, you can eat this and you know, or let me backtrack. They'll say, hey, this is bad for you, don't eat that. But then they making sugars and bleaching it versus having your sugars and having them. I saw the glitch too in my thing. Having the sugars to where it's the natural cane sugar. You know, I have natural tortillas cane sugars. I have natural sugars. So it just depends on the color you need. I don't buy brown sugar. Well, I bought some natural brown sugar because I didn't feel like buying no more molasses. You know, they try to raise prices on things that really need not to be raised because if we're producing it here, we would not have to be having things raised up. You would just give more incentive and more things for the farmers and those that's gardening to produce more things and make it just a little bit easier for them to help out, to help society. But that's not what they want. Monopoly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is not that video. This is how you're going to use and utilize every part of the amaranth. Even them flowers that was not yet seeds, they got the seeds in there. That protein alone, even at the leaves itself, there's so much vitamin K in there. There's so many vitamins, minerals, and other things that's in these leaves. It's better and have more minerals and more things than what spinach has. And it gives you the taste of a spinach. But it's very good and tasty. Next steps ain't nothing but adding the salt on there, letting it break it down and breaking down that water because that's what's going to be your brine. Brine is nothing but the liquid in the solution that you place it in. And if you place enough salt in there, you're going to have good microbes that form in that jar of sauerkraut. So meaning, it is not just cabbage that you can clearly do sauerkraut with because I wanted to preserve my leaves. And I said, I don't know how you would preserve it. But then I thought I could blanch them and do it like you do spinach and cut them, blanch them, and then put them in the freezer. But then I said, I don't want that. Then I could have put them in a can, but I didn't want that. Or in a jar and can them. I said, I want something that I like that helps my gut and keep me together and healthy. I love sauerkraut. I love cha-cha, kombucha, all those things. Love it. So I'm going to make a couple jars regular and I'm going to make a couple jars spicy. Meaning I'm going to add a few little red pepper flakes in a couple jars or whatever. So that's which way we're going to be going and doing. And I hope you guys can take the knowledge that I'm giving you guys. But always, always do your own research. Whether if that's purchasing your books, looking at videos, whichever way it is, you'll know in your conscience and your soul, whatever you want to call it, what's governing your within sides and guiding you without you sometimes acknowledging it. Some say intuition, your conscience, whichever. Guess what? It'll let you know bullshit from the truth. And the best part that I like about it is my grandkids, my kids, myself, we can go in the yard, actually get our meal, pick stuff to pick for salads, and it ain't just amaranth leaves. I have other little succulent plants that you can, the whole plant is edible. I have other things as far as nasturtiums that's edible with the leaves and the flowers. Marigolds, the flowers. Sweet potato leaves, the leaves. Like, these are things that you are able to eat and consume. I still have lettuce out there. I have some collards. I have kale. I have cabbage if I want to use them leaves. I also have broccoli if I want to use those leaves. I have a different variety of leaves and things that I can use to make a salad. Period. So if I wanted to go out there and get fresh salad, and I got tomatoes that I brought inside that I let ripen. But this is what I mean by, let's pour them out. Y'all be able to see them better. See how those, and then that's some basil. See, so them dark ones, this is, I told y'all, that's called a, where, I'm glad this list is still out here. Shoot. Black pearl. Black pearl. Then we got super sweet. Super sweet. Then we have, the orange boy's not in here, so this is those. A little basil. I let that dry with the tomatoes. Good and flavorful. And actually it's going to be made to make the sauce or whatever I'm making out of this. Because that's basically what I'm going to do. Some of the times I jar them just so we can have some tomatoes. I'll get him later. So that's that bag. See, because I want y'all to see. This has been my harvest. And the tomatoes, they coming. You know, I thought that heat would bring them a little bit faster, but it didn't. Let me show y'all. These are them big dumb beef steaks. Beef steaks, or Sunny Boy beef steak, yellow. See that? They so pretty. And yes, look at there. Look at there. Oh my goodness. Yes, I got a couple. I got some more back there. Then these. Those are those. And you see they all different sizes. Okay, he is still a little light skin. We'll put him with there. But this one, she look real good. Let's see. She even look better. She kind of. She there. She real soft. We're going to try her. Let's see. I'm going to have to wash the cutting board off. But as y'all saw. All that juice. That's how greedy people be doing. Now it makes me want to make a sauce with all of these and have a yellow sauce versus a red. I'm sorry, y'all. Man, this is why I wear my jumper, because I can just wipe it. This baby. I shouldn't have ate that, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I'm trying to save the damn tomatoes so I can make my sauce. Not be eating one, sneaking them, and then they good, and then I go back to say, oh, let me get another one. But they are delicious. Yes. And see, this is all I do. I place them in the bag, and y'all see I'm separating them. I'm separating them as I'm placing them in there. But we're going to put this other ones up in here. Now, you saw how yellow that was. You didn't see? So you saw the difference. They're going to get like that. This is all I do. Place them in here. I'm going to pour them back out because I told y'all I got to put stuff right so it can fit. I'm going to put this in there this way. Put this one in there that way. Place them in there. I got one that fell in here. Dish pan was right there. We're going to rinse them off. Normally I don't rinse any of my tomatoes off because These my brown cherries. I'm placing them in there. But I don't rinse them off because I'm letting them turn. So that's it. Place them just back like that. Fold that back down. And here's what it is. Now, don't get it twisted. I do wash and rinse off my produce from my yard when I'm about to use them, not when I'm harvesting them and letting them mature and ripen. It makes no sense to do that. Do it afterwards. But guess what? It's your garden, your house. Do it how you see fit. And yes, you do need some of the big leaves. That's why I place them to the side to cover the top of your sauerkraut amaranth, because you're doing the same method that you would do if if you were doing sauerkraut. You can use a weight to weigh it down as well. I make sure that just the liquid is above the level, and that way I don't have to pretty much weigh it down. Now I'm adding a cup of the salt, but what I should have did was add a half a cup, being that it wasn't canning salt, and I think canning salt is not as salty. It came out a little salty, but it still came out really delicious and good. But just food for thought. Maybe next time a half a cup, if it's not canning salt. Now we're going to let this sit for about 20-30-ish minutes so that the salt can actually pull out all the moisture. And I'm just going to add in my hot pepper flakes in a couple of the jars and some of the amaranth flowers, as you see there, in some of the jars, just to see the taste of those as well. Now, to help that process, I'm going to massage my leaves and get everything mixed in good so that it can help it to break down and pull the moisture out of the leaves. It's funny when you go back to videos. This is why it probably was salty. Who told me to add the rest of this salt in there? Huh? I don't think nobody, not even the ancestors. This was straight ego. That's why I came out a little salty. Don't work with your ego. In that sense, work with your ancestors. Now it's time for me to go ahead and clean up while that's sitting. Now, as you guys see, it's time. They ready. Look at all this moisture. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bam. Y'all see that? Ooh, baby. It's time, baby. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, y'all. Go ahead and pack that jar up. Pack it tight. Pack it. So I didn't quite get 4 jars. I should have grabbed some more amaranth leaves, but I did get 2, and there's the juice. Look at it. Ooh, baby. This is very delicious on a sausage or like on some cabbage or some greens or something. Very delicious. Very. That's it, guys. So I'm going to store these in my cabinet in a dark, warm place for 7 days and then place it in my refrigerator. So from Timika and Casa, which is my kitchen, to wherever you guys were watching me at, Mom Dukes is out of here. Period. Deuces. Peace.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never